I can show you how to get them figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. So let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah, what's good like making, in the making, a young tycoon that's sick of it. Tired for it and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it, I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop, that's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe, man, I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time for. I ain't got the goons, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. That's a drip. She in my wrist. That's a freezer. Give me assist. Give me teamwork. Keep it consistent. For the distance.
Way out of control. Had to We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
A man who was lost for the year in week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos 19.
Achane on the counter.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Hey, 21, team.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And the Broncos first down.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Miami defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The kick by Lutz is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none-two plays, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Couple of Alabama guys there, 2 at a Waddle for the Miami first.
Nobody had more speed on offense last season than Miami, and Waddle might be the fastest player on that unit. Led the NFL with over 18 yards per catch and was in the top 10 in yards despite playing with an all-pro in Tyreek Hill.
Now Tua going to change the play. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Dolphins at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 35, here's the second down and 6. A-Chain here, they stay on the ground. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
21G.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
At the 40-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Play action. It's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
H.A. now up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down and 8. Again, it's H.A. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
At their own 10-yard line.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. This is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Turbo 3, kick.
Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On play action, here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running left, it's A-Chain. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 92 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Throw caught by A-Chain. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Play action, now it's Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Hey, 21 TX.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
21G, 21G. TX. Solo left Zion.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Touchdown Dolphins. Devon A-Chain, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Dolphins take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Out route to Hill, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Looking to pass. Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. It's a slant to Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and
now here's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Long. Hey, 21 TA. All right, let's go.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now they're in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Riley Dixon now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here comes Berrios. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the gun, it's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They run. It's Williams. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Drift. Hey. Whoa.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey.
On play action, here's Tua. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll be out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I
to do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for...
Bling, bling, bling. This man.
All right. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousand, some millions, and millions, and millions, and millions. All right. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousand, some millions, and millions, and millions, and millions. Okay. I don't cash my new checks. This old change, you know. Another man made my phone ring. Hello. Said he capping, but won't step, you know. Every time he sell me, that's phone. Hello. Bling, bling, blow. Mad, I'm like, wow, what did I do now? Don't you get me. Okay. I might pull a ticket out of my account. Okay. Just to show you how to count. Okay. Lewis, don't compare me to these. They don't do enough. They can't walk it in my shoes because I'm booted up. I got opposition showing me computer love. From inside the club, I got no worries today. I get paid to party on a permanent base. That's true. Only time we link is meet and greet. On and off the jet, cause I got places to be. Alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousand, some millions, and millions, and millions, and millions. Okay, alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousand, some millions, and millions, and millions, and millions. But that's because I'm standing on business. I deserve the flex and I have God as my witness. Police tried to slow me down, but they couldn't stop it. I got platinum plaques like I got cars in my wallet. I got millions. Got the fuck inside my bag and out my feelings. Got a couple carbon copies, I got children. Only that's around me's my Brazilian. Moving militant, no regular civilian. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousand, some millions, and millions, and millions, and millions. Alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousand, some millions, and millions, and millions, and millions. Alright.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonyms.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up.